You never worry, you better worry.
Okay. Do we have a
Good?
pastor?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Do we have a priest?
No, ma'am.
You want to lead us?
No?
We don't have any.
Okay.
You want to lead us in invocation?
Sure.
Sure.
Make it short and sweet.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Go ahead.
Remember where's my script? I got a script somewhere. I feel like I've been here a year. Hector? Okay. Live? Yes, sir. Okay, all right. Good morning and welcome to today's Alice City Council meeting. We have quorum, so I will call the meeting to order. It is 9:06, Wednesday, August 6th, and we do have quorum. So we'll start off with invocation and pledge. Invocation by Mrs. Bowen and the Pledge of Allegiance by Councilman Beltran. Please rise.
Let us bow our heads. Heavenly Father, precious Lord, we thank you for the blessings you have provided and the many to come. Continue to be with the city of Alice and its leaders, Lord, especially today, as the decisions we make affect everybody in our community. Lord, we ask that you continue to be with every citizen that's out there and our great, beautiful America, blessed, and always be with us. In your name, Jesus, we pray.
Amen. Thank you.
Direct your attention to the flags, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay.
Thank you, Ms. Bowen. Mr. Beltran? Yes, sir. Appreciate that. We'll move on to public comments. There's nobody here for that. We'll move on to agenda item 4, individual considerations. Just for the sake of timing, we're going to move 4.4 up and to the top of the list. 4.4, discuss, consider, and act upon approving revisions to the City of Alice Retail and Wholesale Drought Contingency Plan. Good morning, David.
Good morning, Mayor Pro Tem, Council, City staff. To this agenda item, I'm asking for the council to consider and act upon rescinding the no watering revision that was approved to our drought contingency plan stage 3 back on March the 6th. I would like to have this lifted as soon as possible, immediately, and based on now that we have the RO plant at 50%
Okay.
capacity, we need water to be moving out of the distribution system to help out with the chlorine residuals. We don't have the luxury of chlorine stations throughout the city, so we need to get the water moving and get the word out to our residents that, hey, let's use the water. It's not a complete removal of the plan on stage 3. It's just going back to our watering schedule with even and odd addresses. Your Sunday and Thursday schedule for even, Saturday and Wednesday for odd addresses. Again, the hours stay the same from 6 to 8 and 8 to 10.
Okay, thank you.
Just to clarify, you're not removing, or you're not taking us out of stage 3, you're just amending the conditions under stage 3 to allow the watering as Demetrio
Yes.
just said.
The
Thank you.
watering of yards and,
And so if anybody has any questions about it, Demetrio, we're going to post it on the website.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, and my number will be there. That way they can call me direct.
Okay. Any questions? Mr. Beltran?
I'm good.
Garza?
No, sir.
Real quickly,
Yes.
sorry. Do you know when, do you all foresee when you'll be lifting it or kind of bringing it down?
I asked Michael, said just go ahead and do that immediately.
Okay, no, but I'm saying like the severity, like to stage 2.
the stage.
Oh, that's going to be a while. Let me see, I got this from yesterday's
That's okay, I can
numbers.
get with you afterwards.
No, it's good to know. It's 79.4 feet was lake elevation yesterday, and we have to be above an 82 to lift stage 3.
Got it.
So we still have a ways to go.
Okay,
All right?
thank you, appreciate it.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
If there are no other questions or discussion, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem, I make a motion to approve the revision to the City of Alice Retail and Wholesale Drought Contingency Plan.
I'll second.
Okay, got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Thank you, Demetrio, appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Then now we'll move up to agenda item 4.1, discuss, consider, and act upon adopting an ordinance renaming Highland Street a 360-foot street east of Stadium Road and west of Woodlawn Street, connecting Houston Street and US Highway 44 between Fesco Building and Heights Finance to Broder Street. Broder.
Yeah, and unfortunately, and so that you all can know, and I don't really mean to freak out Michael's wife, because I don't think she knows, but Mr. Sparza dislocated his shoulder this morning. I mean, just as he was walking into City Hall, he had an accident, and so he's right now getting that x-rays. So that's why he's not here. It's not, of course, that he didn't want to be here. He didn't try to be here and everything he could do, but he's asked me to go ahead and present these items. And this is a Mark Broder. You guys know Mark. Mark has been the attorney for the City of Alice for the last several years in regards to the natatorium. He's done a very good job for us in his representation. Additionally, here with the completion of another portion of the case through arbitration, he went ahead and Mark donated a substantial amount of funds, several $100,000 to the city for necessary projects, street projects that we have. And his service to the community, and then that donation is that administration, Michael, thinks that it's appropriate to go ahead and honor him. And that area of the street, it's one of those areas where we really haven't done a lot for those streets. We just did the Finley Street a few years ago and renamed it Finley Street, and this one is just opposite to it. And he would like to name that end of the street between 44 and Sutherland's. He'd like to go ahead and get you all to approve to name that Broder Street.
Okay. Thank you, John. Any questions, Mr. Beltran? Mr. Garza?
No, sir.
Ms. Bowen?
No, we're
Real
good.
quickly, John, how much was the amount that he donated? Or
I'm going to tell you it was between $400,000 and $500,000.
Wow.
The exact amount I don't have right off the top of my head.
Yes, we appreciate that.
Hey, it's going to be for street improvements, and I think I think in your budget, I think you guys are going to use it for seal coat to help do our seal coat project. That is kind of because of the things that the inflation things have been going on. We've set aside some of those projects, and this year he wants to go ahead and jump right on it. So
I can't even remember the last time somebody donated that much to
No,
help us out, so
that's
well deserved.
it's very, very kind of him.
Okay,
He's a good man.
well, thank you. If there's no other questions or discussion, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem, I make a motion to adopt the ordinance renaming Highland Street a 360-foot east of Stadium Road and west of Woodlawn Street, connecting Houston Street and US Highway 44 between Fesco Building and Heights Finance to Broder Street.
Have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, got a motion and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion passes. Thank you. On to agenda item 4.2. Discuss, consider, and act upon adopting an ordinance calling a bond election on November 4th, 2025.
thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, John.
Thanks, sir.
Good morning, Mayor Pro Tem Molina and members of the City Council. For the record, my name is Don Gonzalez with Estrada y Hinojosa. Also with me this morning is Matt Lujan. We represent the city as financial advisor, and we're happy to present some information for your consideration and considering the approval of a bond election.
Sorry about that.
I'm going to see if I can get this pointer to work. So we have some key participants. Obviously, the City of Alice would be the one calling the bond election and would be the issuer of the debt. Financial advisors, ourselves, Estrada y Hinojosa, Bond counsel and election counsel is McCall, Parkerson, and Horton. They've been the ones that have been drafting most of the legal documents with the assistance of your city attorney and getting those documents prepared and ready for you to consider this morning. Moving on to page 2, this is information we provided the last time we presented. Basically, the outstanding general obligation debt for the city is in the top left quadrant. The far right top quadrant has the S&P rating at a single A, also has the historical net taxable values as well as the historical tax rates for both the maintenance and operations, which is your general fund portion of your budget, as well as your INS tax rate related to your debt service portion of your budget. As you can see, the values have been going up over the last 5 years. The tax rate has been fluctuating slightly depending upon new debt that the city has taken on, some of which has been paid by water and sewer, some of it has been paid by the tax rate. And then the very bottom graph, you can see that the debt service is going to remain fairly steady through about 2029 and then decreases significantly to 2030 and then again in 2032 and then again in 2037 and 2043. So what that leaves is opportunities for filling in more debt service, principal and interest in later years. And so one of the things that we've done is look to structure the debt service that would be associated with the bond election around this graphic that you see at the bottom, so that there is going to be a slight tax increase, but it won't be as significant based on the fact that there's going to be other debt that's going to be paid off starting in 2030. On page 3, we have the same information, but now focusing purely on what's paid out of the tax rate, not what is paid out of water and sewer. Like you saw on the prior page, that had both the tax-supported and water and sewer-supported debt service. And again, you can see here the debt service going down in 2030 all the way through 2032. It goes down again. So those are the things that we'll be keeping in mind in the structuring. There's 4 transactions that are currently outstanding that are being paid by the tax rate, and you can see them listed there, 2020, 2017, 2016A, and 2016B. Moving on to page 4, a significant amount of the debt service that is being paid by the city is actually being paid by water and sewer primarily. And as you can see here, we have the same step-ups and step-downs similar to what you saw in the INS or tax-supported debt service. But as you can see, that a significant portion of the overall debt is being paid by water and sewer. And as you can see, there are several different transactions. I believe there's about 8 that are currently outstanding, or 9 that are currently outstanding that are supported by water and sewer debt service. On the following page, page 5, now we're going to move into, I think, the same type of information that we provided last time we were here, but focusing just on a $10 million bond election. So if the city wanted to consider this, and I believe the measures that will be before you relate to $9 million related to street improvements, and approximately $1 million related to quality of life type projects, for a total of $10 million. What we have in columns A through E is already what's on the books in terms of assessed value. That's in column B. Through 2026, you can see the $959,218,131. That is the latest certified values as of the end of July. The years after that are all projections. As you can see in column C, right next to it for 2027, there's 3% growth for 3 years and then 0% growth for the years thereafter. So very conservative in terms of what's planned in terms of growth. Column D is the outstanding debt service, which is both principal and interest on debt that's outstanding, some of which is in self-supporting debt in column E, and that is primarily being paid from water and sewer. So the portion that would be left to be paid out of the INS tax rate would be added to the new debt that would be considered to be issued, and those are in the box columns of F, G, and H. Here what we did was assume a 30-year transaction, approximate interest rate of 5.67%. Total amount of funds available for the project would be about $9.8 million. The balance would be associated with cost of issuance, and then that would, as you can see, create down at the bottom of column F, $10 million in total principal, interest of $11,284,000, and then a total of debt service in column H of $21,284,000 down at the bottom of column H. Those are projections, so none of that is locked in. That's preliminary and subject to change. We do have a couple of years. If you look at 2029 in column F and 2031 in column F, you see $15,000 in those two maturities. So each year the city pays principal and interest, and in those particular years we lowered the amount of principal so as to help manage the tax rate. So if you were to look over in column J for 2026, we're estimating, from what we understand based on your certified values, that your INS, your tax rate for paying debt service, is about 22 cents. In 2027, it would go up to just under 29 cents, so just under 7 cents of a tax increase, and then stay there for a couple of years, about 29 cents in 2028, and then would go down in 2029 to about 24.5 cents, and then down to about 18, then 17, then 16. So there's more capacity out there. So if the city wants to consider doing some more debt, in a few years after this, you do have capacity starting in 2030. So it's not like you're not going to be in a position to issue additional debt in the future. You'll have it really within about 4 years from the time that the debt would be issued. So that's what I would consider a nice strength in terms of capacity that you have going forward. We do have a collection rate of 95%, and that's important because that shows that with tax collections being pretty high, then people are paying their taxes in a timely manner, and that should help with paying the debt service in this particular instance. Any questions with any of this? I know there's a lot of numbers on this page, but we've covered the highlights, I think, and we've been over this before. Then moving on to slide 6. This is a summary, and now going to get into a little bit of the specifics with respect to the bond election. So right now what the city would be considering is 2 bond measures. Bond measure A would deal with street improvements of approximately $9 million, and measure B is for quality of life related improvements, and that's at approximately $1 million for a total of approximately $10 million. Both are planned to be issued together, assuming both of those measures pass, and that would be issued over a 30-year term. We estimate the interest rate conservatively. We do have a little bit of cushion built into this at 5.67%. The INS tax rate for 2025 is about 23 cents. It looks like for 2026, you're looking at about the same tax rate. So the tax rate really wouldn't be going up until 2027. So your next fiscal year, when you're kind of at this point in time, you'd be looking to do that. And that'll adjust based on where we actually set the interest rate when we issue the bonds, assuming the bond election is successful, and what your taxable values come in at in July of 2026. So those two will be the determining factors on the tax rate, but we're estimating just under 29 cents. So the total increase would be approximately 6 cents. And one of the things that was brought to our attention by your city attorney that was a very good suggestion was be able to show what the average impact would be on a average home in the city of Alice, and then also what would it be as an average for non-residential property, and how would it kind of be allocated. And so one of the things that in doing the analysis that we discovered was about 48% is going to be borne by residents and about 52% is non-residential property. So it's very close to 50-50. And so that's usually a pretty nice balance. In some cities, it's significantly residential and not very much commercial. In this particular case, it's a pretty good balance. So we thought that was an important point to mention and to bring out. There is a bond ordinance that I believe has been distributed. Odie, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Great. And as you can see on there, there's two measures. City of Alice Measure A, which deals with the $9 million for streets. Measure B, which deals with the quality of life improvements. It shows what the method of voting would be through ballots, the election officials, which would be through Jim Wells County. There's a number of legal points that had to be addressed in there from a state law perspective. Your city attorney was also very helpful in getting the local and city charter issues addressed as part of the requirements of the ordinance. And then, as you'll see in flipping through there, there's an Exhibit A, which will have the polling places, dates and times. That will be provided, I believe, by Jim Wells County. Exhibit B has the voter information document associated with the $9 million portion of Measure A. And then Exhibit C covers the voter information document related to the $1 million on the quality of life projects in that particular measure. It does put what a increase would be for a homestead of approximately $100,000 on these. In Exhibit B, if you look down the last, I guess, box at the bottom of that page, it shows 54.05 cents. That's slightly different than what we discussed before because that's actually associated with just the $9 million. And the portion on Exhibit C in that last box is zero. And we kind of questioned that. We discussed it with bond counsel, and they said the reality is that since the tax rate won't be going up until 2027, for a $1 million, because it's so small, the actual amount would be zero almost. And so they said, put that for now. So it may look a little bit odd compared to what we've discussed, but we wanted to make sure and at least bring out those points that someone might say, well, why does your presentation say this and these exhibits say that?
Right.
And it's complying with what the requirements are under state law, because this is looking from this year to next year, and ours is looking at what the maximum tax rate is going to be when you go from 2026 to 2027. This exhibit does not contemplate 2027. It contemplates only what's going to happen in 26. So that's what those changes reflect. I think those are the main points we wanted to bring to your attention, and we're happy to answer any questions that you may have.
Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez. Any questions, Mr. Beltran? Mr. Garza?
No, sir, thank you
Mr.
very much.
Owen?
No, thank you.
Okay, if there are
Right.
no other questions, I'll entertain a motion. motion.
4.2, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Mayor Pro Tem, I make a motion to adopt an ordinance calling a bond election on November 4th, 2025,
As presented.
as presented.
Okay.
Please.
Thank you. Right, can I have a second?
I'll second.
First and a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All in favor, same sign?
Do
I
you
mean,
need
all
a
opposed,
separate
same
aye?
sign?
Should be good.
Okay.
What's that?
I was asking if we needed a record.
Oh,
Aye.
do we, or no?
If you want to make a roll call, you can. It's not necessary.
Yeah, it's not necessary?
Okay, good.
So we're all in favor. Okay, motion passes. Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez.
Thank you very much. If I may, I would like to make sure and acknowledge the help of your city manager, who I know could not be here this morning due to an injury, but also the finance staff. I know that Gabriel and Vanessa have probably been talking to us maybe 4 or 5 times a day for about the last month almost. A number of issues that we're circling through. As you're probably aware, the legislature finished up the original session beginning of June, and a number of changes that they passed will go into effect on September 1. Well, we're calling it a bond election here in August,
Yeah.
and the election will actually occur in November. So we're trying to contemplate, with the help of bond counsel and your staff, what changes needed to be in the legal documents to make sure that we incorporate what we believe will be in effect, post September 1, when those laws go into effect. And so we were checking, double checking, triple checking on a number of issues because it's new for everyone. The bond attorneys, everyone's seeing all this new legislation and requirements for the first time. So it was a lot of work in a very short period of time, and I have to say, Gabriel, Vanessa, and obviously your city manager and city attorney were all extremely helpful in getting all this done, and we had a number of calls. So I want to make sure and acknowledge and thank them for all their work. So thank you very much.
Thank
We
you.
look forward to hopefully a very successful election
Yes.
and everything going well. If you need anything from us as you proceed forward, let us know. My guess is, there's certain requirements, limitations, I may also say, with respect to, what you can share and communicate with respect to a bond election.
Yes.
And the thing that I would urge most importantly is that we stay factual in any information. If someone comes up and says, why this, why that, how do you explain this, explain that, please be factual so that someone doesn't come up and say, oh, they're pushing this or pushing that, and say, you can say what your position is. You can say, I'm supportive of it. I think this would be something that's, a long time overdue for the city of Alice, and we think all the improvements are going to be addressed in a very satisfactory manner. But always remaining true to the facts, I think, is kind of the most important thing that we find with bond elections. And that way, if there's ever any kind of dispute or anything like that, all those things can be addressed. And I'm sure your city attorney can provide that guidance as well, because it's a little bit of an area that you don't deal with on an everyday basis. So
Right.
appreciate everyone's work and support for all this. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Don.
Well, we appreciate you all for giving us so much vast amount of information, to make this decision. It took a long road, but here we are, and we really appreciate the time and effort every single one of you have put toward this effort. Thank you so much.
Our pleasure to serve. Thank you.
Thank you, Don. Appreciate it.
Thank
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it. Thanks for making the trip.
Oh, I failed to acknowledge Odie.
Oh, yeah.
I had to say.
Definitely. Odie, we can't do anything without you.
Who's Odie?
She's way down there.
Moved her down.
We did get emails over the weekend, so.
Oh, she's not-
She wasn't doing anything. She
she-
was
yeah,
very
she's-
much involved. so
she's
I
nonstop.
apologize.
I say she works 24 hours, 7 days a week.
Yeah, nonstop. We should appreciate that. Thanks again.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. All right, guys. On the agenda, item 4.3, discuss, consider, and act upon proposed agreement authorizing City of Alice to enter into an election agreement with Jim Wells County to administer the November 4, 2025 bond election for the City of Alice, and to authorize the city manager to enter into any necessary agreement and/or amendments as required.
So for that contract, it's a very rough draft because they still don't know how many people are going to be involved. So it's between 23 to 26,000.
Got it.
For Jim Wells County
Okay,
to administer for us.
okay.
23 to 26.
It's on the last page of
Oh, okay, good.
the very bottom. Mr. Beltran, any questions? Mr. Garza?
No, sir.
Ms. Bowen?
Nope, I'm good with this.
Okay, if there's no other questions or discussion, I'll entertain a motion.
Mayor Pro Tem, I make a motion to authorize the City of Alice to enter into an election agreement with Jim Wells County to administer the November 4, 2025 bond election for the City of Alice, and to authorize the city manager to enter into any necessary agreement and/or amendments as required.
Have a motion, a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion passes.
Okay.
On to agenda item 5, adjournment.
Mayor Pro Tem, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay. We are now adjourned. The time is 9:30.